Are you an emerging business leader? How would you like a full-ride MBA scholarship? It's possible. The Ivy College of Business is offering a full scholarship for one standout student in the online MBA. This first Emerging Leader MBA Scholarship will be awarded to one qualified candidate who is ready to start classes in the fall of 2026. Apply by May 15th. The link is copied below. Reach your full potential with the Iowa State MBA.
The Business Records News Headlines podcast is brought to you by the Ivy College of Business at Iowa State University, where world-class faculty, staff, programs, and facilities come together to deliver business education for a rapidly changing world. At Ivy, students gain more than a degree, they gain real-world experience and the confidence to lead in any industry. Welcome to the Business Record Iowa News Headlines podcast, presented by the Ivy College of Business at Iowa State University and supported by MediaCom Business. This is your essential weekly briefing on local business news from across the state. I'm Business Record President Chris Conetzkey, here with co-host Business Record Editor Sarah Diehn, and we're starting our Business Record Roundup, reviewing the top 3 stories reported by the Business Record newsroom that you might have missed this past week. Sarah, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Chris. Construction of the new terminal for the Des Moines International Airport is progressing with plans to open to travelers in 2027. On a recent tour of the construction site, airport CEO Brian Mulcahy said the new terminal will help relieve overcrowding during peak travel times and support continued demand for air travel with bigger waiting areas and added gates, among other amenities. The terminal project has been a decade in the making, with multiple projects leading up to the new $557 million terminal, including a new parking garage completed last year. After the new terminal is complete and operations are transferred, plans are for the current terminal to be demolished.
Data presented in Des Moines last week finds Polk County is one of 59 Iowa counties with a cancer incidence rate higher than the national rate. The event was part of the Cancer in Iowa 99 Counties project, which is presenting county-specific cancer data across the state to increase engagement and education around cancer prevention. The top cancer reported in Iowa is breast cancer, followed by prostate and lung cancer. Data shows a higher incidence rate of breast cancer in Polk County among white women and a higher prostate cancer rate among Black men. The partners working on the 99 Counties project include the Iowa Cancer Registry, the University of Iowa College of Public Health, and the Iowa Cancer Consortium.
The Greater Des Moines Partnership held its annual dinner last week, unveiling its 2025 annual report and 2026 strategic priorities. The regional chamber said in 2025, it generated 140 active project leads, representing the strongest economic development pipeline it's seen in years. In 2026, the partnership said it will expand talent development programming from K through 12 students to professionals and leaders, and create an AI skills and fluency tool to help support the workforce. The partnership also announced its 2026 board, including Knapp Properties CEO Chris Costa as chair. You can read all these stories in full and more news at businessrecord.com.
Next up is our statewide headlines with the news you need to know from across the state. We bring you this news each week with the help of our sponsors. So before we get to the news, let's hear from our sponsor, MediaCom Business.
Introducing MediaCom Business All-In Internet. 1 gig business-grade internet with advanced Wi-Fi for employees and customers and built-in data security to help protect your network. 1 gig business internet for only $149.99 a month with a 2-year price lock.
Here are this week's state headlines with the news you need to know from across Iowa. The Cedar Rapids Gazette reports that Linn County is proposing a draft zoning code creating water use conditions for data centers. The code requires data center developers to prove their project would not cause undue adverse effects to Linn County's water system before being allowed to build in rural areas. The Linn County Planning and Zoning Commission voted unanimously January 20th to adopt the code as presented, but 3 rounds of supervisor approval are required before it can formally take effect.
New data from Iowa Workforce Development shows Iowa employers shed 3,300 jobs in December, primarily in the areas of private services and manufacturing. Sectors that lost jobs include trade, transportation, and utilities, and manufacturing. Overall, Iowa's unemployment rate in December was 3.5%, the same as November, and up slightly from 1 year ago.
The Des Moines Register reports that Ian Roberts has pleaded guilty to 2 federal criminal offenses during a federal court hearing in Des Moines on January 22nd. The former Des Moines school superintendent pled guilty to illegally possessing a gun and for making a false statement for employment. His sentencing is set for May 29th, and any prison term is likely to be followed by deportation to his native Guyana.
The Des Moines Register reports Iowa House lawmakers have overwhelmingly voted to ban the use of eminent domain for carbon capture pipelines, while Senate Majority Leader Mike Klimisch is proposing legislation that would widen the routes pipeline projects can build in so they can move around landowners who don't want to sign easements. Last summer, Governor Kim Reynolds vetoed a bill aimed at restricting eminent domain use for carbon capture pipelines and other infrastructure projects, saying the legislation was too broad and would have harmed Iowa's economic development.
A multicultural food pantry is coming to central Iowa in February to provide culturally specific food options supporting immigrant and refugee households. Knock and Drop Iowa will lead operations for the initiative with partnership from DMARC, Food Bank of Iowa, Polk County, and other community organizations. The Global Neighbors Multicultural Welcome Pantry will be located at 3010 6th Avenue in Des Moines, which was previously occupied by the Polk County Northside Community Center Food Pantry. The Ivy College of Business at Iowa State University is proud to introduce the Emerging Leader MBA Scholarship, a full ride opportunity designed to develop Iowa's next generation of business leaders. Full ride, full potential. Learn more and apply online at ivybusiness.iastate.edu or by clicking the link in our show description. That's our show for today. Before we go, we have a few things for you to take with you through the rest of the week. Registration is open for our first Power Breakfast of 2026, where we're going to take a look at the current nonprofit landscape amid pressures on funding and growing demand. Lastly, one fun thing to know, the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake is hosting its annual winter dance party this weekend, which will feature the recently opened Music Experience Center Museum. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks to our sponsors, the Ivy College of Business at Iowa State University and MediaCom. Each week, you can count on us for a dose of balanced news with the context you need. If you enjoyed today's show, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you back here next Wednesday.